I'm here at Tina Tinter's memorial, another life that was lost due to a DUI car accident. Tina's family didn't feel comfortable talking to me yet since they are still grieving her death, but memorials like this continue to show that drivers are acting irresponsibly. One-bedroom apartments like this one right here used to cost $1,400 a month, but now they're going for about $1,800 a month, and this is affecting young college-age adults. Last night, Russia invaded Ukraine, attacking cities with air and ground forces. President Joe Biden held a meeting with the National Security Council to discuss the unprovoked attack on Ukraine. Day one of the NFL draft is over, but the celebration is just beginning on the Strip. More than 200,000 people packed Las Vegas Boulevard on Thursday waiting to hear the draft picks of their favorite football teams. NFL teams from across the country gathered at several resort properties for the festivities. The draft is set to run through Saturday. The Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority is expecting to break records this week when it comes to the economic impact on the city's tourism industry. So when you got that diagnosis, how did you not let it derail you and still achieve your goals and push your passions forward?
Yeah, so when I first found out, my mindset was either it can control me or I can control it. And day one, I was like, I'm going to control it. Talked to my advisors here at UNLV, kind of gave me some support, but I just went full force and was like, I know I'm really involved on campus. People look up to me, so how can I take that and channel it into an opportunity for students to really step outside of their own comfort zones?
At that moment, I just as a father knew that he had been killed.
Over the last year, DUI accidents have skyrocketed in the Las Vegas Valley. The U.S. Census Bureau has rated Las Vegas the #1 city for most DUIs. Retired Metro Sergeant Steve Merriweather lost his oldest son Garrett in a DUI crash, and he blames irresponsible individuals for breaking apart his family.
People are selfish. They don't care. They're self-centered. They don't think 1 minute beyond the tip of their nose. As far as life and what happens in life, they're just selfish individuals.
Garrett was 18 years old when he tragically passed away. He was on his way back home when a drunk driver hit him at over 70 miles per hour in a 25 mile per hour speed zone. His father believes that even though accidents are rising in numbers, Metro is doing everything they can to keep the valley safe.
Metro's a phenomenal agency. Metro is doing every single thing they can do. They care, they put out task force, they work with other agencies, every single thing they can do. But they can only be so many places, right? There's only a finite number of officers out there working.
If an individual is charged with DUI in the state of Nevada, they receive strict auto insurance penalties. These penalties include a 51% rise in auto insurance costs. However, these penalties don't seem to deter people from acting irresponsibly while enjoying the Vegas nightlife.
Although people spend all this money on gambling and getting into clubs and drinking and stuff, they can't spend the couple extra dollars on an Uber to ensure that they get home safe.
Murad and his family were relaxing at their home one day a few weeks after they moved to America from Jordan. Then Murad received a call that his uncle was heading to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. When Murad came to the hospital, he saw his uncle's physical injuries, but he wasn't able to see the permanent brain damage his uncle suffered. His uncle had been hit by a young drunk driver. Steve Merriweather is trying to find a way to convince younger people not to drink and drive, but to go to college instead.
That foundation is strictly made to have local high school students here to go into college. We're helping them get into college. We know statistics tell us that kids that get through their first year of college will continue college.
Steve and his wife Debbie want Garrett's name and legacy to last forever. They started the Garrett Merriweather Foundation to help young, similar-minded adults get into college. Many hope that their experiences deter people from driving irresponsibly, but recent cases show that people are making the same mistakes. I'm here at Tina Tinter's memorial, another life that was lost due to a DUI car accident. Tina's family didn't feel comfortable talking to me yet since they are still grieving her death, but memorials like this continue to show that drivers are acting irresponsibly. One-bedroom apartments like this one right here used to cost $1,400 a month, but now they're going for about $1,800 a month, and this is affecting young college-age adults. This year, the housing market has increased roughly 33%. This rise in price is the fourth largest increase in the metropolitan area in America. UNLV junior Mia Nakamura feels confused about the pricing increase.
It's hard to imagine, now I have to pay for an apartment that's $1,500 when I lived in a big house for $1,100.
Nakamura works part-time, so this increase has hit her harder than most. She wants to start her adult life living an independent lifestyle, but this current increase in pricing made her move back in with her mom.
I feel like if I can afford my own place to live, I would definitely choose my own place to live, especially Because I am 21, I am grown, I go to college, but right now I can't really afford, even if I work full time, I don't think I can afford living on my own.
Nakamura is not the only young adult who is struggling in this current real estate climate. Many people are struggling to afford housing in Las Vegas. Berkshire Hathaway agent Mladen Zoranovich has more insight into why the market is the way it is.
So the housing market right now is, honestly quite volatile in the way that, sellers are able to get more than list price on most, or if not all, of the properties on the market right now. When it comes to renting, the mortgage is actually the equivalent price of the rent right now. So you're looking at, is it smarter to either rent a house or buy a house? And honestly, if you look at the numbers, it's just buying a house is smarter right now.
Young adults have explored a lot of options when it comes to finding comfortable living in these expensive times. However, Zoranovich recommends patience when it comes to maximizing the current market.
The only tip that I have for them is to not be discouraged. If you don't have the funds to come up with the money for your dream home, understand it like this. Within 5 or 6 years, you're going to upgrade and you're going to go to that dream home. For now, this is the first step you have to take to get into your first home so you can progress and keep moving up in the ladder.
The Las Vegas housing market is expensive and people will look for unique ways to make it work. But Zoranovich says in his short time in real estate, he's noticed that the market normalizes during summer since more people tend to sell and move during the summer months. This can offer all buyers and renters some hope for the near future.